After a catastrophic event, the world as we knew it changed forever. The old justice system of courts and law enforcement had crumbled, leaving vulnerable people at risk, and medical programs, social security, food stamps, and even nuclear power weren't able to sustain the needs of the new world. Medical insurance was irrelevant, as the resources and medicine necessary to support it were scarce, and often only available to those who had the means to acquire them. Social security was an outdated concept, as the population had diminished and the resources required to support it weren't available, and food stamps weren't an option, as the distribution system had broken down and the food supply was unreliable and scarce. Nuclear energy was also unreliable and dangerous, as the infrastructure required to maintain it was heavily damaged and the threat of radiation was too great. So, in order to create a new world that was sustainable and equitable, the people came together and formed new systems. To replace the old justice system and law enforcement, peace armies and decentralized governance systems were established. Peace army meaning a community-based conflict resolution system where disputes were resolved through mediation and restorative justice practices. Decentralized governance systems were established at the local level where people had a direct say in the decisions that affected their lives, and power was distributed more equitably. Solar and wind energy replaced nuclear power, and a bartering system was established for goods and services. Community-supported agriculture was prioritized to ensure that everyone had access to food, and healthcare was provided on a communal basis, with healers and practitioners supported by their communities. The people learned that these new systems were not just more sustainable, but also more fulfilling, as they were based on the principles of equity and compassion. They realized that the old systems were not designed to serve the needs of the people, but rather the needs of a small elite, and were never guaranteed to be sustainable long term. In the end, the people of the New World were grateful for the opportunity to create a better way of life, and worked together to maintain the systems that supported their well-being and happiness. They realized that true sustainability and security could only be achieved through cooperation and mutual support, and they were determined to ensure that their future was bright and filled with hope.